Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Victor Allen in the New Sports.
I know. I can't wait to hear this wonderful New Sports audio.
New Sports. It's a new. It's sporty and sweating and picking and grunting and scratching nuts. You know, we're gonna have a new one maybe by next week.
Yeah.
We gotta have a new sports intro.
Yeah, we should.
I love the voiceover in that one.
Yeah,
something about the new sports. It's new and sporty.
I can
scratching, grunting, tweeting.
I can see all the PR agencies going like this. If I made a presentation to my boss or CEO about the next campaign of advertising, we would be on the bottom of the list. But
think about the one who went to their boss and showed them, "What's up?"
But see,
"Hi there, boss. I have the new campaign for you. What's up?"
But that's positive. Sweating and the other stuff.
That's positive. Sweaty nuts is positive because without sweaty nuts, you probably don't have no nuts.
Remember, the "what's up" transcends genders. Sweaty nuts doesn't.
But even women understand because we may have them, but you know who has to deal with them.
All right, I'm not going to even talk about that no more.
Now, some of y'all, it works another way. We have another friend, male friend, deal with the sweaty nuts. But whatever.
Yeah,
whoever plays the bitch, somebody's going to deal with the sweaty nuts.
I'm leaving that alone, man.
Okay.
I'm leaving.
All right, well, it's time for the new sports with Victor Allen.
Okay, thank you.
Where it's just, Vic,
yeah.
Where's my balls? I'm supposed to have, damn it, I'm not ready. Okay, that's okay. I'm supposed to have my... I try to get my balls around me.
I know.
My footballs, my basketballs.
I know you do,
baseballs.
man. I know you do.
Tennis balls.
You try to do the best you can.
Ping pong balls.
With what you have.
The tiny little blue balls.
Hey, you guys. Welcome to Sports Day. You're not going to see anything up here about what is the hottest story in sports right now. And Mario, I don't really need to talk to the people because I think I just need to tell you about this. Brett Favre has been texting based on reliable sources that he is retiring, and now the media storm hits and everybody's rolling in percentages that he is officially gone. What do you think?
I think Brett, I love Brett Favre, but sometimes Brett Favre is just like one of my early dates. They want to be big. They want you, come on, baby.
Yeah.
Come on, baby, please.
All right.
Come on, let me just smell it.
Okay,
so just put the head in.
So what you're saying is you don't believe it.
Please, man, please.
You don't believe it.
I'm saying, I bet you Brett had the surgery, is having a harder time coming around after the surgery, like anybody his age or my age.
Right.
And, he's feeling a little bad about it. Mm-hmm. And there's always the question about continuing. Can he perform?
Right.
And so I think that he legitimately may be having some second thoughts, but I think it could be a day-to-day thing, in that if he were to feel better at the time that the season started, he would probably want to play. So this is what they're talking about. I know they're talking about it, that he's tweeting all over the tweetosphere, tweetly deet, and supposedly that's what they're talking about.
Well, this is the part where I give this a little bit more credibility, and I agree. They're saying the same thing, man. They're saying he needs more time to recover. That's basically it. The season's too short. The surgery has not worked. At his age, body needs to recover. But the one thing I have to say that it's believable how he feels right now is that your first obligation is to your teammates. And so instead of going to
yourself,
no, I mean,
in professional sports.
Yeah, but I mean, when his first obligation as it relates, and let me pick this up again. I'm sorry. When you actually have to go out and say, hey, look, I know I'm taking care of myself, but my first obligation is to my teammates to notify them what my plans or intentions are, because at the end of the day, he's not stepping in front of media and letting them run with it. He's contacting, if it's true, his teammates, because you don't want to make a decision via the media or any other outlet and then it rains down to your players, because you guys lived through a whole season together. So I give this one more credibility as it relates to right now. Now, what is the potential that Brett, if the Minnesota Vikings, who's now going to be with Tavares Jackson, ends at the season's going and they're playing 500 ball versus, say, being 8-2. Given more time, would Brett come in as a rescue mission? Because they're not going to change it up if they're winning.
Right. I think they're going to do whatever they think it makes them win, because let's face it. Okay, this should not be news.
Right.
Prior to this, even at the end, at its best, they had to at least plan for the fact that there may have been a problem with him returning. in the beginning. He could get injured. So no matter what, even if they have him, they have to have a valid plan B.
Right. So let me just say this. They all have valid plan Bs, and we understand right now the market is changing. One, you got, the NFL is going to go into a contract year next year. So a lot of negotiations of players and teams right now contractually have already been done and made. But you can imagine now how does Minnesota feel and their chances of going back not only to, say, the Super Bowl, but to the conference finals. So here's the thing. With Tavares Jackson, how many games do you expect them to win under a quarterback that doesn't even rank in the top 10 or 15 in the league?
Well, that's why they're doing this. By the way, Vic, take a look at the Monitor Twitter feed.
Right.
That shows you some of the trending topics. When I first pulled it up, by the way,
right,
Brett Favre was already one of the pre-selected topics.
Right.
I just added the Minnesota Vikings.
Right.
Avada Kedavra was already there too. But if you take a look, they're really talking.
Right.
They're really flowing.
Yeah.
On this whole Brett Favre issue. I mean, they're flowing on this.
Well, here's the part that I always say about people who get tired of hearing. I say, well, then stop watching. To me, part of what I like when I hear media is in there to stir you up so you can get stirred up and watch them more, whatever it is, pro or con. But when people, I always go like this. It's like being in the arena of some place you just hate to be, and you talk about it religiously, and you update people every day about it. And it says, well, for a person who hates what this is about, it seems like you're always around it. Why don't you just turn to a different sport? So the part that I get about Brett Favre is why you won't do that. You had to go there. The part I get about Brett Favre is that I'm not tired of the media hype, because if you don't want to watch the media hype, don't watch it. Just wait till the season comes, watch the game start, and you'll be cool. So Brett Favre, to me, represents what I call the Cal Ripken effect, meaning that he is the Iron Man of this sport. 285 straight games. I'm sorry, dude. When there's 16 games as a full season, not including the playoffs, then you include the playoffs, and you go through with playing through injuries, 285. I think that's the feat that I remember more than anything else.
I'm with you.
What player can go in professional football?
And, that's what I'm saying. That's why he is the man he is. That's why we admire him so much.
Right.
But like you said, Vic, you say sometimes other folks say things to put it all in perspective, because one of the tweets that just went by, Vic, says, "Who's Brett Favre and why is he trending?"
Oh, I'm reading that right now. I know that. And you know what? And I understand.
It was just. I remember one of the players that after the Super Bowl, he came home and his kids were like, "What's the Super Bowl?" And he said they put it in perspective for him.
I know.
What
is it? I mean, and look, I'm not going to spend a lot of time with this, because everybody knows that you have to have somebody there. Brett brings those intangibles. He brings those things that mobilizes a team. And when you get somebody that's like that, you can't help but to want to go there and just say, hey, look, he brings something here. I keep calling it a flashpoint. When something that you can't explain works and it hits everybody, a magnetism. So until the season starts, I'll just wait till the season starts. In the end of the day, it's like anyone else. Is Minnesota losing out the way Cleveland lost out with LeBron? Is it that bad?
Well, maybe not. I tell you this. Tigamax is saying this on Twitter.
Okay.
Brett Favre has retired for the 1,000th time. Wonder if he means it this time. Thank you, Tigamax.
You're wrong, man.
Okay, and then, here, according to Denzerf 2.